Hey guys, it's me, Delta One, here with Airsoft Talk. You might think I'm an extinct person. I have very good reasons to think that. Um, I'm gonna touch up on a lot of stuff. There will be talk of Airsoft and many other cool things, like you can't really see it, but that's my real steel AK right there. Um, I just thought I'd touch up and say where I've been again, and things just keep happening in my life to where I have to kind of step away from here. By the way, this is a German paratrooper coat, supposedly. I bought it at Colonel Bubby's. If anyone knows what that is, I'm sorry to inform you, they closed down. Pretty much Colonel Bubby's supplied all the movie props up until like the late 80s. Like the movie Commando, most of the stuff in that movie came from there. All the uniforms, the fake guns and stuff. That is one I know for sure. Anyways, um, the last time I made a video, I was really trying to make an effort, and a lot of things just kept coming up in life, and I got promoted at my other job, which was nice. It's not really the greatest job in the world, but I mean, as long as you can take pride in what you do, you know, if it means something to you, it means something to you. It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. Um, I like to clean pools because people leave me alone, and I get to listen to music, and I get to like think a lot and clear my head, and that surprisingly helps me a lot as a person, because I like to sit and think, which is weird for some people. I don't know why, but I kind of got really caught up in that, and just a lot of personal stuff, like a lot. Um, I know if I tell my friend what I'm about to say, he wouldn't really get pissed, but I have a really good friend, and by really good friend I mean 13 years of friendship. Um, Basically went away for like 11 months. So like, and it was a daily thing. We used to hang out all the time. And you don't really realize how much you miss people until they're gone. And I didn't realize how much he helped me out till he was gone. Now he's back, but he went overseas, and he's in the military. He's a Marine. Uh, I appreciate everything he does, and you know, when he went away, that was a big deal. And I know this is the Airsoft channel, and I know you really probably don't give a shit about my personal life, but I feel that I owe an explanation. And by the way, I'm dipping. Tobacco is terrible. Don't do it. I know the risks. Please don't complain at me. And then when he went away, stuff got really bad for me. Um, Work wasn't necessarily as good as it should have been. I love my boss to death. He's the coolest guy in the world. And iTunes, I don't want to update because I don't use an iPod. Okay, sorry. And it was just a tough time. Like, I've got other best friends, but I just really kind of felt like I was all on my own. And it was kind of a weird feeling, and I've kind of severed relationships with like certain people and companies, and I really am sorry to those companies. And you know, not knowing how to deal with your problems, sometimes you kind of resort to doing stupid things that you don't realize until after the fact. Now don't get me wrong, I still love Airsoft. Airsoft will always be a big part of my life, and I'll still do videos. I just gotta find the time, because right now I'm working 2 jobs, and it's just one of those things. And you know, real guns are fun. I mean, really fun. But I understand that not everybody can do it. I mean, I've started collecting real steel firearms, and I just kind of realized how much of a money pit Airsoft can be, and I was like, I can get something that can protect my life and hold a value, as opposed to certain airsoft guns which don't. There's only a handful that I could think of that really hold a value, and that one of them would be, which I have and I'm staring right at it, y'all can't see it, is my Real Sword SVD. Those go for sometimes more than what they were new, just because they're kind of hard to get, as the last time I know they were hard to get. You know, and real guns are fun. I mean, a group of my friends call it recoil therapy when you go shooting. But in the meantime, I do want to touch up. I did get to meet a subscriber of mine recently. It was really cool. His name's Moof, and he's one of the coolest guys. I've been friends with him for like ever, and he told me he had a family member in Houston, and he told me, he's like, "Hey man, I'm coming to Houston," and I was like, "We gotta get a couple beers." You know, and so I met up with him, and I went out, and we had some fun. We went shooting, and that was a lot of fun. And I just want to thank him through this video, and I'm still getting you your AK, man. Still getting you your AK. I didn't forget. I'm like personal friends with him now. I know dipping is bad. And you know, he knows a little bit of the stuff that I'm going through right now, and you know, it's just, I can't tell you how awesome it is to meet my subscribers. It's genuinely a great feeling, because you know, you walk up to the person, they know you already, and you're just kind of like, what's going on? You know who I am. I know nothing about you sometimes. Not necessarily Move, but I mean, it was great, and I got to meet some of his family members, and they were cool. We had a great time. We shot a bunch of cool stuff, and I tell you what, it was a lot of fun. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. At the same time, it's weird. If Move comments, you can ask him. I don't know what can and can't be said. We didn't do anything illegal. It's just one of those things. But that was really cool, and it really kind of like sunk in. It's like, man, I was like, I've really made a you don't realize how much of an impact you make on some people when you make a video, you know, because like some people watch videos to get a laugh, some people watch videos to just watch videos, and then there's a few people that watch videos that watch it because they need the laugh. And a couple years ago, I got a message on Skype, because I keep myself open as much as possible. You know, because like I wouldn't be where I'm at without you guys, and I feel horrible about it because I've treated you all kind of poorly. And I had a guy contact me and say that yeah, I mean, this almost brought me to tears, and I don't know what I can and can't say, but he said that I could. The only thing he found funny and that he could find funny in was some of the videos I make, and apparently I'm a funny person. I don't see it, but he said that it got him through some tough times. And he explained to me his situation, and hearing that that you help someone out to such a great extent, and you don't even know it, just for posting and complaining, bitch and moan in a fun way about items. You know, I didn't think that'd make someone laugh. I was just legitimately bitching and moaning because companies decide to make things the wrong way so they can make a dime. And he really said some stuff that really touched my heart, and I didn't realize how much of an impact that my channel could have made on somebody. You know, and that kind of sticks with me, and that's why I feel so bad about not being able, you know, to do stuff for y'all sometimes. And it's just, you know, I was talking about it with a friend the other day, and I just kind of felt bad, and I really felt that I needed to touch up with you guys and come straight. But I'm at a really kind of hectic point in my life where I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And it's kind of where I'm at. I mean, YouTube used to pay great. And then some bill got passed in Congress, and Google pretty much worded, you know, the main person in office, you know, signed on this, so now everybody's gonna suffer. And I was pretty pissed. And, you know, their middle name is in relation to a dictator that is now dead. I'm just going to come out and say it like that. So I'm going to blame that guy. And it wasn't just me that took a hit. It was a lot of other people. And, you know, I stay connected with a lot of YouTubers like Adderon. Adderon is one of the coolest guys. And I would consider myself a Christian, and not as devoted as I should be. And I know that some of y'all are not believers, and that's cool. You know, I respect that. I'm not trying to force my opinions on you, but, you know, with Adderon, I have a very good, you know, strong bond with him, because when times have gotten tough, I know that I can, you know, I can give him a call when I'm not in a great place. And knowing that, you know, I met someone off my YouTube channel, you know, and I may be visiting him here in the future, so I'll definitely make videos of how much taller I am than him. I'm not saying you're short, man, but I kind of look a little bit taller than you, and you can see just how fat I am. But currently, I got a job. I work at Gander Mountain. You know, one of them special jobs now. Now I work in the firearms department. It's kind of fun. Always trying to sell a Mosin. And it's funny, no one there likes to sell them. I know why. Because, you know, when you sell something, you get a certain something along with it. Starts with a C, you know, has a C and mission in it. Don't know if I'm really allowed to say that, but I didn't say it. And so, I mean, for a, you know, $160 item, you're not gonna make your mission off of it too much. But, you know, to sell a piece of history to somebody, to me, is cool. I'm not in it for the money. You know, when I had my business, I wasn't really in it for the money. I was in it to make a difference. And you know, that's why I kind of got out of my business, was because when you make a difference, you don't make any money. And it really just stressed me out. And that's why I got out. I just wasn't happy with it, and it made me hate the sport that I used to love. And I'm slowly coming back to it. I just gotta, you know, I gotta find a place to play, because I'll just flat out come and say it. Where I used to play, they started putting in a lot of new rules, and I didn't really care for it. And I kind of felt that they isolated me out, because I voiced my opinions, and I just kind of felt that, kind of got the impression that I wasn't very welcome there. And when that happened, it was because they told me I had to pay to film, and I was like, I get the message. I was like, you don't want me here. I was like, that's fine. I just don't want to be somewhere where, you know, people don't like you. It's never a fun thing. As much as I just want to kind of stick around just to kind of poke them and be like, eh, too bad. But you can't be too selfish when it comes to that, as much as I'd like to say, you know, a nice few choice of words. It just doesn't do you any good. It just makes you feel good, but in the grand scheme of things, the situation is just, it's not the right thing to do. and I met up with another subscriber of mine. I went and visited him in Beaumont. I'm in Houston. And Thacker, he's a cool dude. And my God, he can sing. Holy crap. And I went out, we went shooting on some of his property, and we had a bunch of fun. Thacker's a great guy, and I'm probably going to get into World War II reenacting on the Russian side, of course. You know, gotta be that conscript, you know, gotta do this. And doing the Russian stuff, man, it's getting hard because of sanctions. You know, we can't get stuff as easy as we used to be because we're not buying stuff from Russia no more. And it's just one of those things that's gotten tough. And then again, there's another guy that I failed to make videos for that sent me a bunch of gear, and it's just gotten rough, and I don't expect him to accept an apology or any of that, but I will make right by that. When I don't know, but I will, and I'm a man of my word. But I won't forget, you know, I visited Jarek. That was fun, you know, and it's like I can't, as much as I really haven't tried to ignore it, I just didn't think about it. Is that, you know, I'm very invested in this community, and being away from it kind of made me realize, you know, man, I miss the bond I could have with someone. You know, something comes out, I go bitch and complain about it. Be like, man, can you believe this gun, man? What a heaping pile of shit. You know, I kind of miss it, being able to come on here and have YouTube pay me to complain. It's kind of nice. I thought it was funny the entire time. I still do it. They're like, oh, so what do you do on YouTube? Oh, the YouTube pays me to complain. It's basically what it comes down to, because if you think about it, I'll review a gun and I'll flat out tell you, man, this thing's a piece of shit. Like the FAMAS, holy shit, that's bad. I don't like it. The way it's designed and everything. And you know, I miss it. You know, and I don't realize how much that actually can help a person. I'm so caught up in trying to help everybody else, I forget about my own needs. And I have a huge heart for giving. And when a lot of events happen and, you know, times get tough, sometimes you forget how to take care of yourself. And I honestly think that's kind of where I've been for the past 2 years. See me without my hat. I'm still rocking it. And it's just tough. And, you know, for the people who are actually going to watch however long I talk, you know, I commend you for it. And, you know, and honestly, I don't think I'll even break 500 views, even though I have 20,000 people that are subscribed to me. You know, and I appreciate the loyalty. And that will go a long ways with me. And you know, it doesn't matter if only 3 or 4 people watch this, I still got to keep posting. But what I'd really love to do is expand this channel beyond airsoft and do real steel, which I know a lot of people would frown upon what I just said, but you'd get to see a lot of the old me. Because it's something I have a newfound passion in, and there's a very select few things to me that are a lot more fun than guns, and I kind of gave up one of my major passions, which was fishing, and fishing to me is the most relaxing thing in the world. I love being out by the ocean. There's nothing more satisfying than smelling the salt in the air and just sitting there. It doesn't matter if I catch anything or not. That's what real fishing is. When people complain and, you know, they moan and bitch, oh, I didn't catch anything, this fishing trip sucked. Y'all aren't fishermen. Y'all catch. Y'all are catchermen. You're in it for the catch. I can go fishing for a week and not catch a dang thing. I'll be a little upset, but I'll know I would have had a great time. And I'd really love to expand and put fishing videos out because my father, which we don't do a lot of stuff together like we used to. I gave up fishing like over 10 years ago because I don't know why I did it. It was stupid. Um, I went fishing back in like August and October and September, and it was honestly did me a lot of good. And I realized how much I need to do things for myself and whatnot. So I'd really love to post fishing videos. And I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, let's go catch a fish like this big. No, I've been catching reds. 40-inch, 38-inch, 6 pounds of fillets off of one fish, which is unholy, considering what I normally do. You know, the next biggest fish was probably like an 18-inch, no, probably like a 24-inch, maybe 2 feet catfish, weighed maybe like 15 pounds. That was the biggest fish I ever caught. Until I caught those reds, and oh, let me tell you, that is the greatest experience. I can really tell you. It's just, if you've read the old Man and the Sea, I can truly relate. It's just you and the fish. You don't know what the hell's going on around you. You're just concentrated. You're talking to yourself. You're talking to the fish. You're like, come on, come on. And as an example, let me show you how big of a fish I look to go for. Let me pull this hook out. This is a size 8 J hook. If you don't know anything about fishing, as a comparison, that's a pretty big hook. I didn't think that was big enough. Knowing me, the machine gunner in me, that's got to be ridiculous, I went for that. This is a size 6, I think it's a size 12, or a 14 or a 16, I can't remember. I hooked up a 200-pound ray on this. It was nuts. I fought it for like 30 minutes and only gained 10 yards. And I only had 50-pound test. And it was a whole lot of fun. I didn't catch it. I ripped its lip out, thank God, because I had like $70 worth of line out. Yeah, I used braid. You can moan and complain at me if you're a fisherman. Oh, braid, come on. I just don't like mono. It's got memory in it. You have to replace it too much for my liking, and braid you can get more on a reel. But I'm getting into kayak fishing, and if anyone knows anything about that, I'm looking at a Hobie Pro Angler, and I'm going to start fishing with my dad because I'd like to spend more time with him. I haven't spent time with him that much in 10 years, and over Christmas he gave me something that meant a hell of a lot to me. This is a 1950s Penn Senator. This was my granddaddy's, and I only got to meet him 3 times. And before he passed away when I was in the 1st grade, I never really got to know him, and I never got much out of him. The family knife was one of them. That was the only thing I had from him to remember him by, other than that. And that he was a World War II vet, served in the Navy in both theaters, in the Pacific and the European theater, which was I didn't really know too much about that until a couple months ago. My dad just simply never talks about him, for explained reasons that I can't go into. And if you're a fisherman, yeah, that's 200-pound wired braid, steel cable. Yeah, I want to know what he was fishing for. And if y'all know anybody in Houston to where I can send this off and get this restored, I know I'm going to need to get all new bars and probably redo the insides of it. And the clicker doesn't work. disappointingly. Like, if you've ever watched Wicked Tuna, you hear that big clicking sound when they reel in. That doesn't work on this no more. But I'd really love to get into fishing, and I don't know how y'all feel about that. It wouldn't be boring. I'll buy a GoPro. But I'd be doing kayak fishing offshore. I'd be going a couple miles out. I like the peace and quiet. I like being left alone sometimes, and it's just you and the sea and whatever decides to take a bite. And I feel that that's something I really need to do for myself right now, is to enjoy that, because I haven't been able to enjoy a hobby. I've kind of just been so caught up in work, and I'll come out and say it, I am a workaholic. And sometimes it's hard to not get caught up in that and get paid to stay away from issues. And I've done it before, and I've kind of noticed I've got back into it. Man, you don't really realize how screwed up you are sometimes until you say it out loud. But sometimes it's good. It's good to finally realize, it's like, hey, I might have a problem. And it's good that I can come out and admit that. I know when right at the time where I kind of quit posting videos, there was a lot of drama going on in the airsoft community, and with all the shenanigans that happened within C-Man and whatnot, and it's like, I honestly don't know why he doesn't like me. The only conversation I've had with him, and it was a good conversation, it was many years ago, is he offered to help me out with my business, and I just said, hey man, I'd really like to try and do this and say that I did it and did it myself. But, you know, if I ever need a hand, you know, I'll be sure to call you. And for some reason, he just likes to pick on me, and I have no beef with the guy. Like, you know, I'm sure he's, you know, a great person. But that was also kind of rough. But you know, you just gotta take things with a grain of salt. And what he says doesn't bother me at all. You know, and it's not about, you know, letting him know he won or whatever. It was just, you know, I kind of felt that it was time to step out and kind of evaluate myself and see where I need to go. And, you know, I hope things are going great for him. I don't hate anybody except for Obama and a few congressmen, because I'm not a big fan of paying my taxes, because I feel that goes straight into someone's pocket. But there are a lot of cool things that have come out in airsoft, like the Spectre, that Russian submachine gun. I saw that on Evike, and I was like, oh my god. If that was out back in my day, I would have totally bought it. Been like high speed setup, you know, 30 rounds a second, so I don't have to worry about feeding. Give me a Lonex motor, some 18-to-1s, MOSFET it, 16 gauge wiring, you know, get the SHS full metal teeth piston, you know, short stroke it maybe a little bit, put an M120 spring in it with a ball bearing spring guide, a Lonex piston head, all metal, and then a sorbethane pad, you know, and I would have been all like that. But, you know, I realized that I'm getting older, I have to pay more bills. You know, sometimes it's nice to know that if, you know, something got bad, I could sell something and get a lot of money for it. But with, you know, with airsoft, it's like some stuff just doesn't hold a value. And it's just so hard to sell some things sometimes. I am going to be getting rid of a lot of my, like, parts guns. I have like a Classic Army SL8 kit that needs a new barrel assembly, because the front end broke. I mean, you could put it back together, it's not hard. You just use a G36E kit. front end kit, and you'd be okay. I mean, if someone wants to give me like $125 shipped, it's yours. But it'll fit. Like, you just change the stock out on a G36E, the big long version, and you're good to go. And I've noticed the MG42s have hit the market, but good God, that price, are you serious? You could go buy like a kit, like a real kit, and put it together. I know someone that's put one together right now, and you use MG3 parts, which are it's basically the same thing, just in 308, and that's what my friend has. And maybe I'll get to do some videos of that, but I definitely will be doing videos of World War II reenacting. That'll be a lot of fun. I might get to ride on a Russian T-34 tank. If you play World of Tanks, you'll know what that is. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to put onto the channel, finding time. And, you know, I really hope that y'all listen to me talk for 30 minutes and whatnot. I feel that I could talk and go on for a lot longer, but I doubt any of y'all watch to this point. And, you know, the things that I've done and whatnot, it wouldn't surprise me. I've kind of abandoned y'all, and that really has kind of hurt. That has hurt the way that I didn't want it to, and I don't want you to think I abandoned y'all. And I'm hoping a certain someone that I'm talking to right now, by the name of, it's a girl. Yeah, I know. Colleen. That's her name. Awesome girl. Don't worry about any of the crap I just said. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand, guys. And, you know, please let me know about the fishing thing, because, oh my God, I would post videos like it was no one's business. Every time I'd go out, I'd be posting videos. But if y'all have any fishing kayak recommendations, feel free to Facebook me. I'll be on it today, for sure. I'm gonna start posting videos and try and get back into it as I can. And I know I've said it before, and I've really got to start pushing myself to do it, because I feel that I need to. I feel that it would do me some good. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and remember, life is good.